Excellent. Well, good morning. I'm Marian LaSalle with Future Media Association, and this is my dear pal, my editor and friend and networking queen, Louise Dewey, Lady Lou, out in Green Acres. No, Sandy Acres.
Sandy Acres.
Sandy Acres, out in the middle of nowhere. And I like to go and visit her sometimes for the weekend just to get away from the hustle and bustle. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
And she allows me to come in and take over her house and pet her kitties, and she feeds me, and it's very cool. So, Lady Lou, I understand that you have been editing a big book, and you have a sore rear end because you've been stuck in that seat. Why don't you tell us what you've been creating?
Well, the book is called Lone Star Media Leaders, and you're featured in it, and Russ Johns with Future Media is featured in it, and your dear friend and mine, T. Allen Haynes, is the publisher, and it's one of the best books I've ever read, and I've read it almost 3 times now because of the editing. And there are people in that book who are just phenomenal. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. It's about the people's life stories, 13 of them, how they got where they are, and how they're using all kinds of technology in their businesses. And it's an eye-opener, some of the things I had never heard of. And through Marian, I'm kind of up to date on quite a lot. But there were some people using some things that are just phenomenal. And I highly recommend you read Lone Star Media Leaders.
Well, I have to stop you there, because don't you think that they should wait to get the book after your editing goes up? Because the book, this is the 3rd printing, and you've yes. edited one more time.
Yes.
So, yeah, when do you think that will be live on Amazon?
I'm not sure. Tracy hasn't said, but I'm sure within a week. So hang loose for about a week, and we'll remind you, won't we, Marian?
Sure.
That the book is republished in a little stronger format with some of the editing boo-boos they've been put out, and the book reads a little smoother. But it is a good read, and you'll be inspired and motivated.
Well, each author was handpicked by me, so maybe I had a little something to do with that.
I bet.
So really what it all boils down to is the dream that Russ Johns and I have had to create something that no one else is doing. We're taking things from different platforms and different brainchilds, right? We're taking different things that people are doing, and we're creating something unique in that we know that you as a business owner or a speaker or whatever it is that you're doing, you need to create media. Whether you do it yourself or you hire somebody to do it, you have to have a brand, you have to have a website, you have to have graphics, you don't have to have, but I mean, you should have video, and you should have, a podcast going and things like that. So what we're trying to do, what we are doing, not trying, is helping you do that. Whether you do it yourself or you hire somebody, you can send somebody to the training, and it's online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So there's no excuse. So Louise, besides editing, you are also creating a book. I'm sorry, not a book. You're creating a new website for your new product and classes, which is about networking. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, to clarify, I'm not creating the website. I don't know how to build it, but Marian is creating my new website called Queen of Networking. And we spent last weekend working on it and putting it together. It's not finished yet, but it's up, right, Marian? It is up.
It is up.
Yeah, if you want to go look at it, it's a little rough, but it gives you some idea of where I'm heading. This is what I used to do. At least 10 years ago, I retired when I moved to the country, and I was no longer teaching. And I found out I just miss it. So I'm back to teaching, and Marian built my beautiful new website. I am so proud of it. Thank you, Marian. So.
I put it in the chat. Oh, look at that. Melanie says, once a teacher, always a teacher. Do you know that Louise give me her crown. She used to wear a crown to the networking events she gave classes and whatnot on networking. And she used to wear a crown. And she said, we have to have a place and a time, Mary, where we transfer this crown over to you because you're the new networking queen. And we never did it. And thank goodness we didn't, because you're back out of retirement. Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. But, I don't know where to find. I know I've put messages in it before. Maybe I've just got my screen too big.
Yes. It's over on your right-hand side. It's a little chat message area.
Yeah, it's at the bottom, isn't it?
No, it's on the right-hand side. And over on the left is the Tell a Little Bird and the little recording button. So so Louise does have a challenge with her eyesight, so she has to have her screen really big. But I've taught her how to, hit the control button and the little scroll and to, make it smaller when she does need to see it. So I'm sure you'll find it, Louise.
Well, I remember seeing it at the bottom.
No, it's on the top. I mean, it's on the right-hand side, on your right-hand side.
But I know, but on the bottom, little bar on the right.
No, it's totally fully on the right.
Oh.
So let's talk a little bit more about what you're creating. Let's talk about your classes.
Oh, well, I'm very much into helping women business owners because we do network differently than men. We use more of our emotions versus our analytical stuff, but not all of us. I'm an analytical person. And we bring in a different feel for networking because we want to be able to know people and connect with them and create relationships. And of course, that's what networking is. It's not handing somebody a business card and say, bye from me. It's about creating that connection that allows both of you to know how to help each other. Because if we don't give first, it's a sign of poor networking, let's say that. So learn to give first, give referrals, give support, whatever you can, and it comes back to us. That's the beauty. We want it to come.
So if you're not in if you're in a real hurry to get some business, you shouldn't go to a networking event, correct?
Well, yes and no, because there may be one person there who hears your story when you speak, and that's the key. Everybody at a networking meeting generally gets to speak, especially if it's a sit-down dinner or a lunch or breakfast, and you can hone your 10-second intro. Make people say, I know, I got to go talk to that lady. I think I need what she has. Or tease them. You don't have to tell them, I'm Louise Dewey and my company name is Queen of Networking and I teach women to network. How boring. You want a 10-second intro that's snappy, maybe even teases them and doesn't even tell them what you do.
You're funny, Louise.
It's creative. You got to come up with that.
That's how you really feel. That's great. So I have to interrupt you for a second because Melanie is telling us that she discovered that when you minimize your screen in the upper right-hand corner, the comments will show up underneath the blab seats. How interesting is that?
Oh, thank you. There it is. Send the message.
That's good. Excellent. So you teach networking tips and strategies, and you're having some classes now. Will they be online for the people all over the world who need them?
No, not yet. I am still working on that technology. As Marion well knows, I'm not a techie. I just have to, I get into it eventually, but right now, not yet. I'm still live. I have to have my classes live. I'm a feeling type of person. I want to touch and see people, but eventually they will be online. Thank you.
You're cheating people by not giving them the ability to have all your knowledge. So I'm going to have to help you with that technology.
Oh, thank you.
That's what we're all about. As a community, we are helping everybody make their dreams come true. We are helping people take their message and their business ideas out to the world so that other people can learn about you. That's what it's all about. Now, most people would call that marketing or sales or social media. I say don't put a label on it. I say, let's go where your audience is and let's give them in a format that they want. Okay. So they may want video, they may want audio, they may want to come to your live class. They may want all of it. They might want to have a checklist with a PDF. So let's give it to them. Now, with modern technology and the media that we have available to us today, we can give it all to them in one swoop. Okay. So like today, we're using Blab to create something for our audience. We are using Blab. We're hitting the record button. As soon as this Blab is over, it goes straight up to YouTube with the touch of a button. And so now we have a recorded live video that we can put on our website. We can send to any place, right? We can basically share that YouTube video anywhere. Another thing is they've just come out as of 2 days ago with a new platform that allows you to bring in Blab, embed it right into your WordPress website.
Oh,
I know it's brand new. Very few people know about it yet, but it's here. The technology's here, and we are going to take advantage of it because we're going to save time, we're going to save effort, and we're going to give our audience what they really want, which is whatever they want. So let's say I'm very busy, but I drive a lot in my business. All I have to have is my smartphone and some earbuds, and I can listen to your messages. I can get your training through my device. Now, if I'm stuck in a hotel room and I have a computer or I have an iPad or something, now I can watch your video. Now I can read your information, your blog, your PDFs. So by recording it one time, using technology like we have available to us today, we can give our audience what they really want. Now, Louise, you are from an older generation, and you're a little ahead of most people your age because you do like to learn about new technology. But what's your favorite? How do you like to learn?
I'm a visual person and a kinesthetic. Mainly kinesthetic and then visual. Audio comes second. So if it's an audio, I might get it. But if it's a visual and I can do it at the same time and hear it, I got it if I keep using it. Now, if I never use it again, I forget. I have to continue to use it to keep it embedded up here.
Yes, I think that's most people. So another thing that I say, I used to say it once a day, but now I say it a minimum of twice a day, and that is do what you do best and farm out the rest. So if you do not feel you're in the know when it comes to technology or it's slowing you down, then you can either get the training that you want or you can hire someone to do it for you. Now, if you don't have the money, because that's what stops most people is, oh, I don't have the time and I don't have the money. Okay. So what we have to do then is to figure out how you can get that money. So we can look for sponsors for your show. We can do crowdfunding. We can ask your community to spread the word about why you need this money, why it's important for you to get the message out to the world. We all have something deep inside of us, whether it's business related or not, it doesn't matter. We have something that we want to share with the world. I'll give you an example. A housewife out of New Jersey who has 3 kids, and her husband has cancer, or he has some kind of an illness where only money is going to help him. Well, wouldn't that be a great crowdfunding campaign? Isn't that something that would be burning inside of you where you would need to reach out to your community and say, help me raise this money so that I can get the treatment for my husband who has, 3 kids to help support here, and my life partner will be taken away. So that's just one example of a non-business related. It actually happened to a friend of mine. That's why it came to my mind. He needed a treatment and it cost money and he couldn't get it and he was going to die without it. And he got the treatment and he's alive today. He's very vibrant. He's out there in the community spreading the word of God. He's a Christian man who loves networking, and he has a radio show and people love him, and he's very inspiring. And he would have died without that crowdfunding campaign. So if you have a dream, whether it's business related or not, it doesn't matter. Do not let the lack of money stop you. We can figure it out, right? All you need is your community. So start building your community. Start grabbing a hold of those people that are, needing your information, and give them what they want in the form that they want.
Right. And one thing they might consider, they can barter. A lot of people have other skills. Maybe they cook well. And I would go for that one because I don't like to cook when I'm working. I'd rather have my meals already in the freezer waiting for me. So maybe you could barter your services and talents for what they would do for you in the technology world. Marion and I barter all the time. It's wonderful.
It is, if they have what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a gentleman who would like to come in and join us, so I'm going to click the button. Hattrick and Ramsey.
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon here. I'm in Scotland. Okay, from Scotland here. Okay.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yes. Quick. I'm on the hunt for. Just a quick rundown. Sorry, just a quick 2 seconds. I'm one half of a podcast show, and I'm looking for people. I just noticed your Future Media TV title, and I'm looking for people who maybe have a business or something, who would like to send me a recorded advert or something to me so I can play it on our podcast shows, so we can advertise you just to fill in some gaps during a show, if you'd be interested.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Now there is what Louise was just talking about. Are you in a hurry, Hattrick? Do you have to leave?
It's okay. I got about 5 minutes. You're cool.
Okay. So we were just talking about taking your message out to the world and doing it in a way that your audience really wants it, whether it's audio, video, reading, or visual, like an image. And I was saying, don't let money stop you. We can have bartering. We can have, crowdfunding campaigns. We can have, what are some of the other ways? Bartering, crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Come on, Louise.
Well, you might have a real job and go out and earn some money.
Oh, okay. There you go. So what you were just saying, Hattrick, is that you are willing to give a business owner an opportunity to be on your show. And what would they give you in
Nothing. I just want somebody, an opportunity for, if there's anybody who's got, whether it's okay, let's start this again. Put my teeth in. What I'm trying to say is, if some people have businesses in America, what they do is actually not just in America, it's actually global. So people can buy, like, for example, Amazon is global. So what I'm trying to say is, if any of you guys, no cost, I'm just wanting somebody maybe just to start something, just to fill in some gaps on our podcast and to spice it up a little bit. That's all. So if you've got an advert or for your business, or maybe an advert, I'm guessing Future Media TV, I'm guessing that's what you do or something, an advert for that, or talking about it like you hear when you're listening to the normal radio in your car, when you're driving, and you go, oh, there's an advert. Maybe if you have something you'd like, you can get something made up, email it to me, and I'll fire it on our podcast. And I'll add it into the mix.
Well, I'm definitely going to volunteer. I'll raise my hand on that one.
No, just a bit of swap. If you want to advertise our podcast, if you want to be able to advertise you, it's just a bit of free, just a bit of that, just to kind of spice, just to fill in gaps and make it a bit more entertaining, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. And so I want to just touch on this just a second. Sure. Here we are on a Blab. We didn't pay for it. It's a free service, at least right now. And here is a gentleman halfway across the world who pops in, and now we can be the best of friends for the rest of our lives. How interesting is that?
Yes.
Louise and I will never forget you, will we, Louise?
Never.
I put the link of our podcast on the box, and so you can click on that and you can see what we've done so far I'm just going to follow you. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Excellent.
Twitter as well.
Also connect with me, Hattrick, at Marion LaSalle. That's my personal name. I come in as Future Media TV during our podcast, but I'll put it in the
You can just, what you can do, if you follow me back on Twitter, you can send me a direct message if you want with the link of your main Twitter page or whatever you have.
Sure, I sure will.
I'm just going to do the same with Lou. Go to her Twitter page. I'm not following her already. I should find out. I'm following her now. There we go. Lady Lou, I'm following you now on Twitter.
Excellent. While we're doing this, Hetrick, I am going to tell you that our show is a half an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and close our show, and then we can continue talking.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Once again, my name is Marion LaSalle. I'm with FutureMediaAssociation.com. We're looking for experts from all over the world who want to share their expertise in creating media, whether it's audio, video, whether it's words or images. Any of those topics, we want your training, and our community is looking forward to it. We are global, as we discussed earlier, and we want to help you get your message out to the world the way your community wants to hear it, see it, or read it. All right, thank you, and we'll see you again real soon. Every Monday through Friday, right here on Blab.